Hello, everyone. This is the Facts on JW channel. I'm Casey, your host, and today I'm going to be interviewing a special guest. Her name is Hana, and she's from Japan. And so listen to her story. We did have to have an interpreter, but it all went well. So it's short and sweet, so stay tuned and enjoy the interview. And today I'm interviewing a special guest named Hana, and she is from Japan. And I've always been curious about the witnesses in Japan because I've heard that Japan is trying to do away with Jehovah's Witness religion. Uh,
Yes.
so I would love to hear your story. And the first thing I'd like to know is how many generations of Jehovah's Witnesses does your family go back to? You mentioned that you became a Jehovah's Witness about 30 years ago.
Mm, mm. Thank you for having today. Um, mm, I have a question from a former JW friend in Japan.
Okay.
How many JWS are there in America?
Oh,
Also, in Japan, JWS used to whip their children a lot.
hmm.
Why is that not practiced in America?
Oh, okay. So yes, they do. They do. They do that. Yeah. They,
ジャパン JW、無知
yeah, yeah.
うん、
So, yes, Jehovah's Witness children get um,
yeah,
spankings as well,
yeah,
is what
は
they,
い。
um, and I did. So, um,
そう
and
か。
how many Jehovah's Witnesses are in the U.S. currently? That I
うん、
am not sure. I
あ、
think,
そう
I think maybe it's just a guess. I would say probably
あ
active Jehovah's Witnesses, maybe 3 million. But it
あ、
usually
そ
three
う。
generations back.
ね。
So she's saying that they converted 30 years ago. So that would have
Okay.
been her grandparents.
Oh, okay. So your grandparents became Jehovah's Witnesses, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
うん。
And so you were raised as one of Jehovah's Witnesses?
I stopped before baptized
You,
before 5 years ago.
Okay. So she's saying that she's not an active Jehovah's Witness currently. She stopped believing in that about 5 years ago and was never baptized.
oh, okay. But you used to believe in it, right?
5 years ago, I stopped escape the JW.
Okay. And
Mm.
why did you stop believing in it?
Well, it's strange, and they didn't believe that Jesus was God. It's kind of
Okay.
what she was talking about.
Was there any doctrines that you didn't agree with that or like that you questioned, like 1914?
That specific year, she found as weird or strange.
Okay. Okay. Did you do research to decide this is why you no longer believe?
She studied, looked into it, and that's when she started to feel it seemed odd or strange.
But you came from Jehovah's Witnesses, right? Your grandparents.
And my family uh, all escaped.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
okay.
Parents and grandparents were baptized, and they've all been out of the church for 5 years.
Okay. Why did your family decide that they no longer wanted to be Jehovah's Witnesses?
Only believe what the authorities say.
Oh,
Only believe what the authorities say.
Oh,
oh,
Mm.
okay. So
yeah.
the governing body, they didn't,
So
your parents and grandparents didn't agree with the governing body of Jehovah's Witnesses.
What she's saying is that the thing that they found the strangest was that basically whatever the pastor said was law, and there was no questioning
Yeah,
within the.
right. Right. And their wording for that is organization. She might have mentioned word.
Yeah. So Stolchki is yeah, that was she used a different word that I was unfamiliar with, but it was probably
Yeah.
something along the lines
It's
of
more of a Jehovah's Witness wording.
yeah, I would assume, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So your family became Jehovah's
うん。
Witnesses, your grandparents, and then
Yeah.
parents, and then you, but you
Yes.
didn't get baptized. And then
So.
5 years ago,
うん。
you all decided that you didn't agree with the organization, right?
うん。
And what was it that your family decided, okay, we don't believe anymore?
Basically, she's saying that she was the first one who started to question it, specifically in regards to the teachings of only the people who believe in the Jehovah's Witnesses and listen to their words will be people who are saved.
Mhm.
And she brought that to her parents and grandparents, and they started to question from there. And that's when, like, she left, and then they joined her in leaving.
Wow. That's that's impressive because most of the time you can't get your family out.
Mm.
So the main thing that you and your family questioned was the authority of the faithful and discreet slave.
So she was asking if she should believe in the church, like the priests or whatever, or the scriptures, and they couldn't answer her
I
question.
asked them, do you believe in organizations? Do you believe in God?
But what's more important, the organization or God? Right. Okay. And they couldn't give you an answer. So well, that's good you were smart enough to realize that.
In Japan, it's standard to believe that there are many different gods. So initially, the thing that caught their attention and that they started to study or become interested in was the concept of there just being one God.
Okay. That's cool. Her parents and grandparents were interested originally in the religion because they talked about one God instead of many. And then you decided you believed in the religion except you didn't get baptized.
Mm.
Why did you not get baptized?
There's a specific book, I didn't catch the title, that Jehovah's Witnesses teach out of,
Yes.
other than the Bible, that specifically refers to Jesus Christ as basically being an angel rather than like being like a member of the Godhead or like divine or anything. He's just a servant of, or like
Mhm.
a,
Okay.
just
So
a
that's
specific
why,
angel.
right, yeah, they do believe that Jesus is Michael the Archangel. You studied with the Jehovah's
Mm.
Witnesses. You grew up in
Ah,
it.
yes.
And
Yes.
your parents uh, beat you, right? They spanked you a lot, right? You did mention.
Yes. で、そのイエスが、イエス
Her grandparents were a little more strict on what they were taught is what they believed. But she's saying her parents were actually teaching her more along the lines of just what was in the Bible, where Jesus came down and like was like the Son of God in the flesh for our generation, kind of thing. And so her parents taught her that even while being Jehovah's Witnesses. So she never was fully on board necessarily with all of the Jehovah's Witnesses teachings, just by how she was taught about it.
Did your grandparents ever shun your parents?
もちろん家族みんなが忌避、いじめ、無視されました。Grandma and my parent and me 無視。
She is when her parents started believing and teaching these things to her. The Jehovah's Witnesses found out that that's what they were teaching her and started to like bully or ignore or whatever, treat them
Ostracized,
poorly.
probably.
Yeah. And then when that happened, her grandparents, who were actually pretty strict believers at that time, started to be like, hold on, they're treating my family poorly. This isn't like, we know that God is a God of love, and this is not loving.
Okay.
So that's when they became ostracized, and they were like, oh, hold on. Because before that, they had been kind of like, they didn't agree with her parents
Thank you.
at the time, but because of that circumstance where the church was like kind of harassing, ignore, and things like that. So that's when they realized, hey, this isn't a church of love, but
Yeah.
God is a God of love. So this isn't
Okay.
this isn't the right place, or this is weird.
Wow. Okay. All right. Very interesting. So,
I am convinced that it is not a group of God with love.
yeah.
I am convinced that it is not a group of God with love.
Yes. Yes. Me too. Okay. And so how long ago did your grandparents wake up?
First time I'm escaped. Next, my parent gone the JW, and last round my grandma.
Nobody is shunning you, right?
So she's saying in 2024 there was some kind of like doctrine change or teaching change where the things they were basically told to stop ignoring or bullying people who weren't believing what they were believing. So she hasn't seen that since those teachings were changed or updated, I guess.
Okay, but nobody is shunning her, or are Jehovah's Witnesses shunning her? Well, as far as Japan, Japan wants to do away with Jehovah's Witnesses, correct?
So, of course, yes, I think so.
Applications of CSA, the blood transfusion policies, and also there have been hate crimes. Interesting. Okay. Apparently, Japan is not happy with this religion.
I was asking about a different church I was aware of back then, and she said that church still exists, but there was a different, bigger church that was actually kicked out of the country.
What was the name of it?
Unity Church.
Unity.
Okay, yeah.
Unity.
Yeah.
Unity
So
Church.
they got kicked out of Japan.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, okay. And so they
broken out.
Okay, and they're trying to get rid of Jehovah's Witnesses too, right?
Yeah, the JWs are the next big target, it sounds like. So she said the lawyers are working to try and keep them there, but
keep the Jehovah's Witnesses in that country.
mm,
Lawyers are trying to help.
lawyers are trying to keep them there. So
okay.
they're fighting in court, it sounds like currently.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this. Does Japan require their citizens, male citizens, to serve in the military?
No war. 日本の法律は戦争はしない。
He's saying that there aren't any wars currently, and if there were, they don't have a draft in force. Like it's not like Korea where they mandatory military service.
Okay, so there's not mandatory military service in Japan. Okay, because Jehovah's Witnesses cannot serve in the military, so that's what I was asking. But so there's no draft in Japan. Is that correct?
Japan does not have a draft. I just checked on that one.
Okay, so they don't. Okay, that's
yeah.
good. So you basically got out of this religion without any real consequences.
After escape?
Yeah, like after you left, nobody was like you didn't get in trouble.
She said right after she left, there was some trouble. The biggest problem she was personally having after leaving the church was the fact that she had a specific way of thinking, and trying to change that way of thinking was her biggest personal problem.
Okay, yes, it can be because of the brainwashing techniques they use. I don't know if you can say that. Yes, it's hard.
It was short for me, but it was hard for my parents and grandma to change their minds.
Oh, okay. How long did it take your parents to change their mind?
I am 1 year. Parent is 2 years.
Okay. So it took you 1 year and your parents 2 years. Was that hard for you in the beginning?
Yes.
Too difficult.
Okay. Did you have to go to a counselor to get help?
Not really therapy in Japan.
Oh no. That's well, what did
It's a big problem.
Yeah. Well, I thought they were really big into health and all and meditation and
so I think so.
what did you do to cope?
I'll try make friend.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
You made friends.
friend. Yes.
You joined a
And
different
talk
church?
him, talk her.
So you talk.
And learning the reality Bible. Learning Bible.
What, you read a different Bible?
Yes, reality Bible. No new,
No world praise, no new
new
world
world
translation.
Bible. No.
Okay, so you didn't
Yes.
read the New World Translation. You read a different version, like the King James or something. Well, what did they have there?
James King, ne? Yes.
So and then you joined a church after you left Jehovah's Witnesses?
That's right. Yes.
Okay.
I joined church Protestant.
Okay, and your parents, did they also go with you to the same church?
Same church.
Okay. Your mother and your father?
Yes.
Okay. And what about your grandparents?
Grandma and my parents join another church.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. And your grandfather?
Died.
Her grandfather died
Oh, okay.
around the time that they left.
Okay. So he died believing in the religion of Jehovah's Witnesses. Is that correct? Your
half and half.
half and half? Okay.
Yes.
So he was questioning his beliefs. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, very interesting. Hannah, you grew up one of Jehovah's Witnesses. Your parents and your were Jehovah's Witnesses, but you never got baptized, and you thought maybe Jesus, they mentioned Jesus as Michael the Archangel, and you just always thought that didn't make any sense. So 5 years ago, you started questioning your beliefs, and you also shared with that to your parents, even though you were not baptized. And then you also were able to get your grandmother out of that religion too, because how you were treated, you were being ostracized. And so then that you ended up joining a different faith, Christian, and then you got your parents in and your grandmother, and your grandfather had already passed away, but he was questioning his beliefs. Is that correct?
I would add some specification on. She was questioning it before that 5-year mark. The 5-year mark is when they actually left the church.
Okay.
So her parents had been teaching her since she was growing up was already something that didn't fully line up with the Jehovah's Witnesses beliefs.
Right.
And then they got to 5 years ago when they finally all left. Her grandfather died 7 years ago, so he would have still been part of the church. But she did mention that he was like with the kind of a little bit of ostracization that they were getting.
Okay.
He was aware that they were treating the family poorly. But I don't know how much of that was, but she did say he's like, again, half and half, like kind of wavering on it already at that point.
Okay. Okay.
He was an elder, so it was hard to change his mind.
Oh, okay. So your grandfather was an elder. And did you ever question the doctrine of 1914?
She didn't really know about it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, interesting. All right. Well, I thank you for coming on today and sharing your story. Are you much happier now?
Now, I'm so happy, and I get a freedom.
Yes.
And love.
Okay, good. Okay, well, good. Well, thank you for sharing your story.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for our interpreter here.
今日は翻訳してくれてありがと
う。はい、すみません、ちょっとダメでしたけど。
Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming on and telling your story. Thank you.
Thank you. I will see you again.
Yes. Thank you for joining my channel too. I appreciate
Yes.
it. On YouTube.
Yes.
Thank you so
あ
much.
りがと
Oh, yes. Yes.
う。
I know that
じゃあ
word.
ね、see you.
Okay.
Yes, goodbye.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much, Hannah, for sharing your story and having the courage to share this publicly with everyone. I know how difficult it can be to open up about leaving this high control religious group, but your story will undoubtedly help others who might be questioning or struggling with similar situations. But your strength in rebuilding your life and finding your authentic self is truly inspiring and can help many other people. Thanks to wonderful people like you and people who support our channel, we can all be a great support group for each other. And also wonderful websites that we can find great information like avoidjw.org or JW Facts. Thanks to the age of the internet, this high control religious group is on its last leg. So thanks so much for staying tuned and watching the interview. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share, and stay tuned for more great stories. We'll see you again soon.